Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Hollywood Morgue podcast. How's everybody doing today? As always, I have my guest co-host, officially, unofficially, Doc J. How you doing, Doc?
Hey. A little sore, a little happy.
A little sore, a little happy. Yep. Just about everybody. My new
That sounds
school.
kind of kinky.
It, my new school. It's 3 stories, and it's so we had to climb a bunch of stairs. So yeah, I'm a little sore in my legs as well. Uh, But yes, everybody, today we're going to talk about underrated movie actors, specifically Hollywood. I don't really get into foreign films, so we're gonna really focus on Hollywood actors. This will be a two-part episode. We'll do five tonight and five on the next one. But before we get into that, I want to talk about a certain person who is an actor in Hollywood who have passed on, and we're going to remember them. A man named Amish. It's hard to say his name. It's an Indian
Very
name.
difficult name.
The man who played Mola Ram in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom passed away today, January 12th, 2005. Um, he did several other movies, as the 1982 Gandhi movie with Ben Kingsley. But his most famous role was Mola Ram, and cemented in Hollywood. Indiana Jones was very popular, and he's remembered for that movie, and it's intense. So if you haven't checked out that movie, check it out. Um, let's say a rip in the chat and rest in peace to him, and all the best wishes to his family and children. So, alrighty, let's get into the subject matter. Underrated actors. There's plenty of them in Hollywood. We made a list of 10 people specifically. I'm going to go first. And the first one I have is a kind of a, I don't know if you say he's an underrated actor, but I feel like he is Nicolas Cage. Um, Really good, talented actor. The cousin or nephew of Francis Ford Coppola.
Nephew, yes.
And yes, very talented actor when he wants to be. Everybody knows him from his iconic movies such as Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, Left Behind. The big ones that he did. And um, no, a lot of people know him from Con Air, The Rock, Face Off, and a lot of movies he did in the '90s. But to me, I feel like he's underrated because he loves to use old acting techniques. He's very interested in old Hollywood. Um, he uses his inspiration from those actors to use a more, let's say, method way of doing it. And he takes that inspiration and makes it his own and just, you know, choose the entire scenery of the whole movie. And a good example of that is Vampire's Kiss. He's really crazy in that movie. He's just chewing the scenery, and he took inspiration from
Eats a
several.
cockroach.
Yeah, eats a cockroach. He put that in his contract. I'm pretty sure he said it was in his contract or something like that. It was insane. But yeah, eats a cockroach. Um, and just using inspiration from different movies, Silver Age movies, and stuff like that. And to me, he's just an underrated, very talented actor, but just gets in the worst movies you could think of. Um,
My reaction to that would be yes, for a certain age group and time period. Um, he was this amazing art house actor. He takes a lot of German impressionist acting. Uh, Natasha Kinski's father. Can't believe I forget his name. For all you Anglophiles or Europhiles. But then in the 90s, he decided to be an action star. Con Air with a terrible Alabama accent.
yeah,
But it was fun. It was popcorn. It was, you know, he did the serious stuff. Now he's having fun. Ghost Rider, yeah, it's awful, but he has a Ghost Rider tattoo long before the movie was ever talked about.
Yeah.
Then he got in some tax trouble, and he, rather than file bankruptcy, he's like, no, I'll get paid, and did 1,000 movies in like a 5-year period, and they were all terrible. So yeah, a lot of people have forgotten Nicolas Cage from the old days. But now that he's paid everything off, he's starting to get back to what he was doing, but I think he's crazier now than he was.
He definitely went off the deep end for a long time. And like you said, he's making his way back. He did a really interesting, I would say, kind of art house movie. It's called Mom and Dad. It has, have you watched it? It's on Hulu. If you've never seen it.
Yes, I do have Hulu. Yes, I don't have Netflix. So everyone that keeps suggesting stuff, I don't have Netflix.
Yeah, but it's just very art house, very interesting. And he kind of has a really good freak out in that. Although it's not the best movie, but
Right.
if you want to see Nicolas Cage showing his acting ability, and I forgot a movie, but it's the one where he has like a fake hand. I forgot what it was called, and I feel bad. I should have looked it up. Was it
it has
Raising...
a name that... Go ahead.
It wasn't Raising Arizona, was it?
No, but that's such a good one. I'll tell you a movie he's really good in that people don't give him credit for. Face Off.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say, but...
He is John Travolta. Like, he nails him perfectly. Those two both showed very good acting skill.
Yeah. It did. And I think John Travolta, he's kind of underrated in that. He was really good. But it's weird because you see John Travolta do all the Nicolas Cage stuff, and it's entertaining. But when Nicolas Cage does it, especially that opening scene where he's in the is it a church? I don't know what it is, but he's dressed up as a priest, and he has that weird shot. But yeah, no, Nicolas Cage was my first pick because he's underrated. He's extremely talented, extremely educated on movies and techniques, and really can dive into a character if it's good. Like, he's amazing. But that was my first pick. Now it's your turn.
All right. Now this is one that everyone is going to disagree with. Generally speaking, I've always gotten people arguing about this one, but I believe Tom Cruise is a talented actor. Now, everyone is going to go, I've seen Mission Impossible 1 through 12. I got it. I've seen all his movies. It's the same thing. And you are correct. Although, Top Gun, he shows a real pathos. Cocktail, yes. The Color of Money, yes. In the early days, he showed some acting skill. But two things that reminded me of how talented he is if he ever wanted to be an actor. Lions to Lambs, a Robert Redford movie. He plays a senator or a congressman talking to Meryl Streep. He has 5 minutes. He's on screen for 5 minutes. And he chews Meryl Streep up and spits her out. He is amazing for 5 minutes. There is some power and some, strong emotions. And he earned the Oscar in Magnolia. The movie Magnolia, respect the tame, this guy just owns that movie. He is surrounded by amazing, talented actors, and he shines the brightest. His energy, his emotion. Tom Cruise has the talent, but he gets paid $25 million a movie to not show his talent, but to run really fast. It, like every movie, he sprints for X amount of time. Every movie.
Yeah.
But let's not forget Jerry Maguire. He was very good in Jerry Maguire as well.
Yeah. It's one of his good comedies. It was a good comedy too, with him and Cuba Gooding Jr. Is that his?
Yes. He won an Oscar for it.
Yeah.
And he's a great actor, but that's what he got an Oscar for? Show me the money. He played a caricature.
Yeah. You want to see? Hold on.
Dude, that is so cool. Serendipity right there, son.
Yeah, my mom got me that for Christmas, so she knew I liked that movie, and she loves that movie, so she liked it. Also got that one in the U.S. Army poster, or the U.S. Army sign back there.
Nice.
And then the Make My Day admission ticket. It's on my door. Anyway, go ahead.
You complete me. Man, so smooth. Everybody used that line for a long time. You complete me.
So cringe.
And now, but then, when it first happened, every chick in the theater looked at her date, and he was like, check. Got it.
Cream her jeans. No, what was I gonna say? He was really good in Top Gun. Not Top Gun. You already said
Yes.
that. I mean, Tropic Thunder.
Oh man, that shows his comedy skill. Like, he doesn't take himself too seriously. I know the leak of him freaking out. Yes. But all I hear is someone who's passionate about their profession. His cringy ass, right after 9/11, when they wanted to cancel the Oscars and they decided to push through, and he comes out and just does an opening monologue. Not the host. Has just Tom Cruise randomly just walks on stage and just talks about his love for movies. When I was in Louisville, Kentucky, and I watched Stanley Kubrick's 2001 Space Odyssey. And the dude is passionate. I just wish he would stop doing action movies and act.
He has I haven't seen it, but I heard it was really good. Collateral. He did with Jamie Foxx.
Yes. Should have gotten an Oscar for that one, too. Yes. He plays the hitman. He plays a cold-blooded hitman. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think his best role shines in Rock of Ages with Russell Brand.
He cannot sing. Tom Cruise can't sing. And on those songs, he doesn't do very good. But it's Tom Cruise. He's got charisma sweating out of his armpits. Like, motherfucker is Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger can't sing either. Sorry. But we hear it, we like it, because he's got something.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Cruise nailed that role, and the motherfucker can't sing.
All right, I guess it's my turn. What do we got? Hold on. Sorry, I have to look at my list. I know. Next one is, and I would say, I'm sorry, I looked at Doc's list. We probably should have kept it a surprise, which I feel
Yeah.
bad. But my next one is, and we've talked about it before, Sylvester Stallone, underrated. And here's why: the scene in First Blood, where after he evades all the police officers, he's in the woods. He gets out of the woods. He gets into that fire. Was it a police station? Or he gets in a
Yes.
building, and he's holding off all these officers and everything. And the captain, his captain from the military, comes in. He has a scene. He has the, big scene where he's talking to the captain. He's crying, and it's just really intense. And it's such an emotional scene. And for somebody who went through every hell for nothing, like these people treated him bad, and they wonder why he freaked out.
He just wanted to visit his fucking brother's mom, his battle buddy's mom. That's all he wanted to do.
It's a sad movie. Rocky, his first movie, okay, first of all, not his first movie.
Right, but
the Italian Stallion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deep cut there.
Yeah, deep cut. Yeah. Could you imagine Stallone with the likes of Ron Jeremy? If he never became a big actor. For those of you who don't know, the Italian Stallion was a 70s adult film. And
It was called Party at Roxy's. And then after Rocky came out, they renamed it the Italian Stallion to cash in on it. But yes, his first movie was an adult film.
Yes.
His second movie, he got fired by Richard. Second movie, he fired Richard Gere.
Oh. Richard Gere.
And replaced Richard Gere with Fonzie.
Nice. Henry. Imagine if Henry Winkler never did Happy Days. But it's weird. He never plays a character like that anymore. Like, he doesn't play characters like that anymore. He seems like the grandpa figure. Like the nice man you want to have that works in the library or something like that. I don't know.
He does have a book series that he writes for kids because he had a learning disability growing up. So he's got a book series for small children with learning disabilities.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Yeah, he's not the Fonz. He's much sweeter, but God, you gotta love him.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he did Rocky, which is an emotional movie. And it's more of it's what really shot him into fame, and it got him, doing movies and everything. And not every movie he makes is perfect. Like we talked about Rambo, the first movie,
Right.
and he did Last Blood, which is kind of lackluster. But that's what Hollywood does. That you make something really good based off a book, because First Blood is based off a book, and they took the source material and then they just made 5 extra movies with it. So it kind of lost what it originally had. What it originally had was perfect. They never made another Rambo movie after that. It's completely,
Rambo was supposed to kill himself.
Yeah.
At the end, and the studio changed it. Studio waded in and said, "No, you can't." Have you seen Copland?
No, I haven't.
I had not watched it. My brother loves the movie. He says it's the best movie ever. So I finally got around to watching it a few years ago. Sylvester Stallone got fat for the movie.
Yep.
Like, he's just a fat guy, a deaf fat guy. And he's the sheriff of a town full of police officers. All the police officers from the city, they all move into this into the suburbs in this one little area, and and that's their town. And this deaf, fat guy that can't do anything, gets voted in as sheriff, kind of as a joke. But they're all cops, so he doesn't have to do anything. And then turns out there's some shit going on, and he's got to step up. It's dark. It's gritty. It would have been a really big movie if it did not star Sylvester Stallone. Because the people that want to see a Sylvester Stallone movie don't want to see fat, out of shape, deaf Sylvester Stallone. And the people that want to see a dramatic, serious film don't want to see Sylvester Stallone.
No, I mean, I agree. It's like, even Stallone, even at 70 years old, he still looks great. I mean, he definitely just kept up with himself over the years, and he didn't just do those couple movies in the 80s and then just kind of lift off that. And so I admire his will to keep, working out, looking good and everything for his movies. I would say,
and I support the use of HGH. HGH for a male over the age of 50 is a good thing. It's not steroids. It's not steroids. It's good for you. It is an older gentleman.
I guess. I have no idea.
He got busted in Japan with HGH, and everyone's like, he got caught with steroids. No, he got caught with HGH. It's what Kobe Bryant used to heal his knee. It's your natural testosterone, what your body makes. But as you get older, you stop making it. That's why old people aren't, rocking six-pack abs. So he just got the, natural stuff.
But yeah, no, I thought Stallone was kind of an underrated actor. He can be, cool. Obviously, he plays a lot of action characters. He can do really good scenes. Like there's awesome scenes he does in Rocky 5, I think, when he has it with his son.
Yes.
Amazing speech he gives. And,
God, I hate you.
I mean, it was really good, and he's just underrated for his dramatic stuff. And he's good with like a buddy cop, when he does a buddy cop thing, which shows in a Tango and Cash. That's a good buddy cop.
Rambo's a pussy.
Rambo's a pussy, yeah. But yeah, definitely, if you haven't seen, look for his more dramatic stuff. I would try to stay away from the straight to DVD, B-rate, Expendables stuff.
I thought the Expendables is great if you know what you're walking into.
Yeah. I mean, you see Dolph Lundgren. How many people do you see on there? You see Dolph Lundgren, Terry Crews, Stallone, Bruce Willis, like all those guys that have been in action movies. Van Damme, and you see that and you're like, oh my god, like all these guys are in this movie, and they kind of shot themselves in the leg with the last one, with it not being rated R.
Yeah, well, the last one they brought in young people.
Yeah,
and first of all, the young people don't want to watch the movie because it's a bunch of old farts, and then the old farts don't want to watch the movie if it's a bunch of young people. Like, you're gonna get old ass action stars. That's what it is. Watch the first one, yes. Watch the second one, yes. It's even dumber, yes. And then the third one, oh, we're not gonna have the old action stars. We're gonna bring in young people,
and we're gonna put Mel Gibson in this one and not make it rated R.
He did do a badass job, though.
He did.
But yeah, fucking no. 3 was bad.
Yeah. All right, your turn.
Just to close out Stallone, anyone that doesn't think Sylvester Stallone is a wonderfully talented actor, watch Spy Kids 3. I'm not even being funny. That dude plays like 8 roles. He's good. He does a great job. And the only reason I know that's because my kids love the Spy Kids movies. And I watched the third one, and it's like, he's nailing those accents perfectly. Wow. He changed the way he holds his mouth. Like, that guy did some of the best work in Spy Kids 3. It just shocked me. And I know that's funny, but Jesus. Spy Kids 3, watch it and like judge it like a film critic, his acting job. And you'll be like, son of a bitch. All right. My number 2 is Bill Nye. Not Bill Nye, the airplane mechanic with no... Dolph Lundgren has a master's in chemistry. He has a doctorate. Dude's got like 8 degrees, 1 from MIT. Dolph Lundgren is a real scientist. The guitar player for Queen is an astrophysicist who served as the dean of some fucking university in the UK. Bill Nye, the science guy, is an engineer and a stand-up comedian who got a gig as the science guy on a TV show and now pretends to be a scientist.
Right.
Climate change
is real.
I mean, yeah, climate change is real, but the whole thing of the world's going to end in 12 years, dude, you've been saying it for 20 years now. Shut up.
Right. Well, I mean, he's become edgy, Bill Nye. Like the Bill Nye people knew back in 2005 when he was doing his TV show.
When he was talking about the 2 genders and how they're determined. And then he suddenly went, no. Politics. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
No, I am referencing Bill Nye. Trying to share a screen. Yeah, there we go. This Bill Nye. Most people will know him from, he's Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean, and he is in the first Underworld movie. And for those who watch Love Actually, he's the rock star. Now, he did a movie trilogy made for TV in the UK. Movie trilogy. Johnny Wicker. No, that's not quite right.
Johnny Wicker? Huh. I wonder where they...
Yeah, it's not John Wick. It's old. It's quite old, actually. It's Johnny.
Mnemonic?
He is in a movie called Strange Fruit. It's Johnny Warwicker. He does the Johnny Warwicker trilogy. Yeah. He does a movie called Strange Fruit that you have to watch. It's about an aging 70s British rock band that's trying to make a comeback for a tour. It's fantastic. Obscure, but fantastic. Yeah. Bill Nye, no matter what role he's in, whether he's the villain or the hero, He is charming. And what a lot of people don't realize, and I think it goes to show his talent, he only has these fingers that work. Actually, I'm sorry, these now. He's got a rare type of arthritis where his fingers make fists, but he's able to use these, which is funny because his mom was a concert pianist and he spent his whole childhood playing music.
Oh, wow.
So when you see him in movies, when he answers the phone, he does it like this. And, he does everything like this. And you'll never notice it unless someone tells you. Then you go back and watch, and it's like, holy shit. The guy's just smooth. He's charming. He's funny.
He's kind of creepy, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yes. But it kind of works with him. When if you watch him in Love Actually, the greatest romantic comedy of all time, probably. He is a creepy, dirty old man, but you still fall in love with him. But yeah, watch the Johnny Warwicker trilogy. If you like spy movies, great fucking series.
Yeah, that sounds good. Bill Nye. That's just a weird name. The way he's
right.
I'm so used to seeing Bill Nye, obviously, being younger, seeing Bill Nye the Science Guy because they'd always play every.
Oh, even us old farts know that Bill Nye is the science guy, and no one knows Bill Nye is the actor.
Yeah, unless you watch his movies and are a fan.
Even then, you can't. No one can remember his name.
Right? They're like, oh, it's Davy Jones.
Yep.
It's like there's a guy. He played the Lizard in Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes. Ilwes Ewes.
Ray, I think it's Ray McInnes or McInnes. He's a British actor.
He's Welsh, and his name is not pronounceable by humans. Right. Only the Welsh.
Welsh. Is it Welsh? What is Welsh?
Wales is the western part of Britain. Britain is 3 countries. You have England, which is the middle. You have Wales, which is that little corner on the west. And then you have Scotland, which is the north. Okay. Those 3 make up Britain. And you add UK, UK includes Northern Ireland. So you add Ireland and it becomes United Kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, that guy's name. No, it's fine. That guy's name is kind of hard to pronounce, too. You look it up. You can if you do a share screen, I'll put it up here. But the lizard on Amazing Spider-Man, the one with Andrew Garfield. But my next one I had was okay. I think his name is John David Washington. Yeah, John David Washington. He is a black actor. He was just recently in the movie Tenet. He plays the main, obviously the main character. He was also in The Black Klansman. He plays a character based on real life, Ron Stallworth. And I always thought he was really good. The way he portrays Ron Stallworth, calm and kind of serious about his work, but also he has a comedic side when he's trying to talk to the people who are part of the KKK. Because basically, if you've never seen The Black Klansman, spoilers, I guess, it's about this black police officer who works for the Colorado Springs Police Department, and he's going undercover, pretending to be a white guy, a white man, and he's talking to the Grand Master on the phone. But another man is standing in his place, played by Adam Driver, and he's talking to the Grand Master of the KKK, and he's making jokes. He's saying, obviously this movie directed by Spike Lee, very very good movie. I just think Spike Lee is a bit of a pretentious prick, but enough of that. But he in the movie's talking, and he's like, my sister is dating one of them, and he says that, I can't say it,
Right.
but he was really good, very funny, uh, and very believable as a police officer, and he was good in Tenet. I just wish Tenet had more beats where you can get to know the character more. It kind of just gave you visuals and a lot of good imagery to look at.
Tenet is a good movie, but it's not a great movie. It has some
Right.
obvious mistakes. Yeah, I'm with you. Does he remind you of his father?
Who is his father?
Oh, this is the Welsh actor that played the lizard.
Yeah, this guy
Rice
right here.
Ifans.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a weird name.
it is.
I'm sorry, it's not a weird name. It's a Welsh name.
Unique.
But
It's
yeah.
a unique name.
Yes, the extremely talented dude from Tenet and Black Klansman. Say his name again.
John David Washington.
Black actor. Another black actor with the last name Washington is his father. Denzel.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Doesn't make it widely known because he doesn't want to be Denzel Washington's kid.
Right.
Because, if you're Denzel Washington's kid, you're going to get the role.
Right, yeah.
But if you're, random black dude, Washington's a common name, then boom, you get by on your talent. He could have been a big star already. He is earning it, and his dad's not pulling strings.
He's done other stuff. Those are just the ones that I've seen him in.
Right.
And he's very good. He's believable as the action guy, the comedy relief. Very serious. He does more. Like I said, he does serious roles. I would love to see him in other movies. I think he could. He has a lot of potential to be another good actor, especially since we just lost Tiny Lister and Chadwick Boseman last year. So two good actors who sadly were gone too soon. Yeah, very unfortunate, but he has the ability to rise of the ranks of Hollywood, and he's doing it on his own. I didn't even know that. That's awesome. But
I'm really glad that it's not widely known. But if you go back and you watch, and then you start comparing, you're like, oh, I can see it a little bit. Oh, wow, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think it's kind of like Jaden Smith. The bad thing about Jaden Smith, he looks like Will Smith. So it's like, oh, this
right.
is not, I'm not related to Will Smith or whatever. But I don't think he would have got as famous if it hadn't have been for
right
when he did the movie with Will Smith. Obviously, he did Pursuit of Happiness, The Karate Kid, and
right.
Kind of a crappy one.
He's not done a single movie that I liked.
You didn't like The Karate Kid or Pursuit of Happiness?
No, the Karate Kid was terrible because one, they're not doing karate, and two, they took the name Karate Kid and slapped it on a movie that has nothing to do with anything related. There's no karate involved. At all. At all. No karate. It's kung fu. To think that you can just interchange Chinese and Japanese culture is a little bit shitty and offensive. Like, no, I don't like it. Maybe if they gave it a different name, then I would have. Well, I mean, if like call the movie Black Dragon or fucking
That's racist. Black Dragon.
yeah.
That's like Dave Chappelle. Uh, Blackfeet. He goes to the Indian reservation. You are Blackfeet. Or whatever. And the guy's name is Tom or something like that. It's stupid. Anyway. But yeah, no, I think Jaden Smith, if it hadn't have been for that name and the association with Will Smith, his career would have taken off. But he's really trying to become his own thing with his music and stuff, which is fantastic. He's not trying to live in that shadow.
The problem is his parents should have pulled his ass off of Twitter until he was old enough. Because I will always remember Jaden Smith is that stupid kid that said all those stupid things, and I'm just going to laugh at him for a very long time. You and I did stupid things as kids, but we weren't celebrities posting it online for everyone to laugh at.
Right. Before we go on, Super Nerdy Geek. Yes, it has been a long time. He's posting on his YouTube channel, so go check that out. Yeah, he was decent in the Karate Kid. Him and Jackie Chan, they have a good chemistry with each other. And Jackie Chan, another really good actor.
Started out the same way Stallone did, by the way. His first movie was just like The Italian Stallion. Not a well-known secret.
Alan! How you doing? Alan. Apparently she's my number one fan in the Philippines. Is she still in the Philippines?
Yes, still there.
Okay. I don't know if she moved or not.
Well, the whole pandemic has prevented anyone from relocating.
Oh. Is she planning on moving here?
When you say here, you're a lot closer than if I said here.
Yeah.
Yeah, closer to you where you are now than where I am now. But, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, she would be moving into the United States. That's what I mean here.
Yes. Yeah, she's coming to the U.S.
Awesome. I'm glad to have you.
And yes, Super Nerdy Geek, Stallone did do adult videos first. And as did Jackie Chan. He did adult videos first.
That's kind of cool. Aaron Louis, he was the winner of the last of the draw we did, the code. I don't know. Was you able to watch the Aaron? If you're still watching, were you able to get the code and everything and set it up? Because I want to make sure it wasn't past due or anything like that. That would suck. I figured you'd message me by now if it wasn't. But yeah, no, it's definitely Jaden Smith. Unfortunately, has that umbrella where he's getting with Jaden Will Smith's son, you know. And
I look at the people that were able to avoid that, and none of them had Twitter when they were kids. And I know it's because they're older. Gwyneth Paltrow, celebrity dad or celebrity mom. No one knows. Blythe Danner, by the way. Nicolas Cage is a Coppola.
Yeah.
Man. Eva Amuri. She got famous before people realized she was not Sigourney Weaver. Susan Sarandon's daughter. I mean, these things happen. Big actress right now, Margaret Qualley. I'm saying the name wrong. She is doing amazing work, and she's building a name for herself. It's Andie MacDowell's daughter.
Andie MacDowell.
Green Card, Multiplicity, Michael, John Travolta movie, Michael, where he plays the angel.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, he's like Michael. He plays an angel. He literally, I think there's a scene in the movie, and I hope I'm not wrong, but there's a scene in the movie where he's going and he actually he has a relation with a woman at a bar, I believe.
Yes.
So it was just weird to think.
And he explains it by going, well, you know, I just go by what John said. St. John? No, John Lennon. All you need is love. Like, he keeps quoting the Beatles and like, St. Paul? No, Paul McCartney. St. George? No, George Harrison.
He had another movie that was interesting called Phenomenon.
Yes. Great movie. Underrated. Forgotten.
I remember watching it on Netflix. When I used to live at my old house, we would get movies on Netflix when they came in the mail as a DVD.
Yes.
Yeah, remember that? That's a throwback, isn't it?
Blockbuster, they offered it to Blockbuster for $10 million, and they said no.
Well, Blockbuster's stupid.
They have one store left in the entire world, and Netflix, I think they're doing okay financially.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
I think people might use them.
I would love to meet you too, Alan. If when you come to the U.S., hopefully it'll be soon.
Hopefully,
with all this COVID stuff going on, it'll be interesting. You have Doc. We'll have to put you on the stream and everything, and that's good, Aaron. It was good. I liked it. I saw that for my birthday, and then the day after that, I went and saw Frozen 2. So birthday was ruined. No, but yeah, it was interesting. Anyway, I forgot what we was talking about. We were talking about. I was talking about.
We're just finishing up yours.
What was it?
And
John David Washington.
Yes, his father's Denzel, and he's trying to not use his dad's name. And then it got us to Andie MacDowell's kid, and yeah.
Yeah, we rambled. This is the rambling splatter. All right, your next one?
My next one is Alexis Dennisoff. As everyone goes, who?
Yeah,
well,
I was thinking the same thing.
The movie that he was in that he's most well known for is Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, where he plays that weird, creepy guy on a floating space rock. Yeah. He also was in Angel and Buffy. He played Wesley Wyndham Price. Did you ever watch Buffy or Angel?
I never watched. I don't think I was old enough and really got into Buffy. I didn't grow up in the 90s or the early 2000s. I did, but I was still young. I was still on Disney Channel and stuff like that. Never really watched the show.
Did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
No. I didn't watch Doogie Howser after he was a MD.
Okay, well, this guy spent many years playing an uptight British snob. And he's from Baltimore.
Nice.
And then he played this perverted New Yorker in another one. And he plays a space alien with a growly, deep, manly, scary voice for Marvel.
What was the
Like,
character name?
the other.
The Other? That was the name of the character?
In the Marvel movies, yeah.
Okay. I'll have to look it up.
In the Avengers, when Loki is like talking shit, and the guy's like, "I'll make you wish you were dead," and like starts making the guy hurt. Like he was the Thanos's assistant that was doing all the talking. I give you this scepter. And then in Guardians of the Galaxy, he's the one who's like, you don't, and dude kills him.
Oh, he snaps his neck? Was he the one that turned his head all the way around?
Yes. He's the one who gets his head turned all the way around.
Oh, okay.
He has done a lot of different stuff, and it's all TV stuff, right? He's done voice work and this and that. Whatever. Joss Whedon, during the writer's strike, decided to do one of my absolute favorite Shakespeare movies in a modern setting. And he gave Alexis Dennisoff the lead role. And this dude just killed it. It was like, I knew he was good at accents. I knew he was good at voices. But watching him do Shakespeare, this guy could really do anything he wanted. He'll just never get the chance. Also, he's married to Allison Hannigan. Willow from Buffy and Angel. She's the co-host on Penn and Teller's Fuck You or something.
Oh.
Like, I know how you did that shit. Whatever that show's called.
Okay. Oh.
I haven't seen it. I just know she's on it.
Me neither.
I don't have a TV.
Yeah.
But yes, Alexis Dennisoff. Super talented. Very underrated.
That's a good one for sure. My next one is it's an interesting one. Michael Shannon. Michael Shannon. He played General Zod in the Man of Steel remake. He played a KKK member in Bad Boys 2. He was in Knives Out. He's done a lot of movies that I didn't even realize he was in. Small roles. He was in a movie. I just watched it recently called The Runaways. The story about the Runaways was a band in the 70s. To Joan Jett, the Blackhearts.
Great band. Lita Fort's better.
And he does a good, like, kind of scuzzy record producer, promoter, stuff like that, and very believable. He has like Nicolas Cage. He's kind of soft spoken and everything, but like he can get intense, and but he kind of has that authoritative figure. Like he plays that authoritative figure really well, and he does that in Waco. He was in the TV series Waco.
Right. Yeah, he was. Yeah. I have followed him for about 15 years. I've been a big fan until I decided I hate him and I'm going to beat him up one day.
Why?
He's from Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh my God. Okay.
I know.
It doesn't have anything to do with his movies. It's just he doesn't like Kentucky.
Yeah, right. He is. I've been following him since Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, I didn't watch that. I haven't seen it.
Oh man, all but the last season are amazing. Last season is good, but You go from amazing to, yeah, it's good. He plays like this uptight religious prohibitionist. Just like the typical snooty, I'm too good. But he's got like a deep, he's got a intense backstory full of trauma and explaining why he's such a dick about stuff. And fuck, like he just. Alan says he was on 12 Strong. She loves that movie, by the way.
Oh, that's the one about the horses? The guys that
Yes.
Afghanistan with the horses?
Yes, Operation Python. If they're allowed to call it that yet. I don't know. That's what it was at one point. Yeah, great movie. Yeah, he is fucking golden. Good villain. Good hero, too, though. Good, nice guy.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
He plays, like I said, he plays the good guy well, but he plays the bad guy when he's given the right stuff, when he's given the right material and the floor to act on when he's given a good setup and everything. He can do a really good job. But I just feel like people put him in stuff, but it's like side roles. He's not really the main guy. But I think that's where, and it's sad to say because that sounds like a dick thing to say. That's where he belongs. But I mean, I think that's where he fits the most.
Because like, he can do anything. He makes the people around him better. Right.
Yeah. No, there's a scene in Knives Out where the girl, the main actress, the keeper, the caretaker, who Christopher Plummer has. He's in her hotel or her apartment or whatever, and she's coming out the door, and he's just standing there. He's not doing anything, but he's just suspicious, and he has a presence about him where it's kind of makes you uneasy, but he's not doing anything that's creepy. He's just standing there, but the way I don't know if it's just me, but he's just, to me, he could be intense without knowing he's intense. And I think, yeah, he's good and underrated.
I did an acting workshop a long, long time ago. And John McTiernan wasn't there. He recorded a video for us, but Sonny Landham was there in person. And that's how we got the John McTiernan video. We also had, doesn't matter. Sonny Landham's the one that matters. He fucking said the difference between acting on stage and acting for the camera is right here. And it's obvious, if you're on a stage, you do the Del Sart big gestures so that people in the back can see it. And with a camera, it's just your eye muscles. You can just twitch your eye muscles to make it. And fuck. Yeah, Michael Shannon. You see that anger in the back of his eyes, or you see the sadness.
Yeah.
Like he can just tell a story with a blank face.
Yeah. He's looked 50 years old for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's supposed to play this young record person in the Runaways, but you can also tell he's like 40 or 50 years old, and he's wearing like Stardust, David Bowie makeup and stuff over his eyes and and stuff. So yeah, it was just odd. But what's your next pick?
Oh, my next pick is Diedrick Bader. Weird ass name. Diedrick Bader is from The Drew Carey Show. Or Office Space. He was in the Beverly Hillbillies movie.
Oh, I know the really tall guy.
The one that played Jethro.
I don't know. I haven't watched the Beverly Hillbillies remake.
Well, this is like 20 years old. But yeah, Diedrick Bader is this really talented character actor who he's a biker or he's a homosexual with a lisp or he's a construction worker or he's a hillbilly or he's a moron or he's like he always gets comedic roles, but they plug him in all over the place. He can just do whatever he wants. And I watched him do some improv. And this guy, he's just on the ball. He's like Ryan Stiles. Have you ever watched Whose Line Is It Anyways?
Yeah, the Drew Carey, he hosted that.
Yeah, the big, tall, goofy, skinny guy on that one from the Drew Carey Show. That guy's amazing. Diedrick Bader plays his stupid buddy on the Drew Carey Show, and he is as good on the spot. Like, the guy can just do whatever he wants and makes it fit, makes it work.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing about comedy and timing. Yeah, especially people who work together like that for so long. You know, you learn how to work off each other. Yeah, I looked up. I don't know. He doesn't look familiar to me. But I take your word for it that he was on the Whose Line Is It Anyway? I always think of the friend he's always standing next to, the old guy. I say old guy, they're all old, but the older guy. You know what I mean? White hair.
I did a play world premiere. Not gonna say what the play was, but it's a comedy. It's a dark ass comedy. I've probably told you about it before. End of the world and stuff. Well, I get the biggest laughs is my evil murdering bastard character when I play it very, very serious. People laugh harder. It's all in the context. Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson, doesn't do comedy. He's not funny. Ask him, and he's like, no, I don't do comedy. I'm terrible at being funny. No. All he does is plays a very serious role in a funny situation.
Right.
That's kind of the thing about these a really good comedian like Robin Williams. They're going to be great in a dramatic role.
Yeah. Well, I think. He's another. I would say he's not underrated because everybody loves Robin Williams.
He was underrated for a long time. Then he did Good Will Hunting, and then everyone went, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. Well, he's good in Mrs. Doubtfire. I like the movie.
Right.
You know, but with people who've worked together for so long, they learn how to work off each other in the comedy. It's kind of like the Rat Pack, you know, like all those guys. Like if you got him, the really tall guy, the one I don't even know their names. I feel bad. The one with the receding hairline, and the guy who does the game shows now. I forget his name. The black guy.
Thank you. That it's okay to say the black guy. It's not offensive. It's not mean. It's not bad. Dude's black.
Yeah.
Wayne Brady.
I was
amazing, talented wonderful singer, actor, dancer.
Yeah.
He is black. So when you say the black guy,
I'm thinking of
it
Arsenio
does
Hall.
describe him.
I'm thinking yeah, Wayne Brady. Thank you. It's funny because he kind of does a skit where he does the, like you're talking about, display. It's kind of funny, but he has a serious delivery in the Chappelle Show where he played the Wayne Brady, but he's like this terrible guy. He like kills people, and then he's a pimp.
Does Wayne Brady need to choke a bitch?
Yeah. No. Yeah, that was good. But if you get all them together, that's like the Rat Pack of comedy. So they know how to work off each other, make each other laugh. And
He's also amazing in How I Met Your Mother. You really got to watch that.
I don't know. I've seen a couple episodes. That's like people saying I watch, like people. If somebody asks me if I watch Friends, like yeah, I watch Friends. But that's not one of the shows I'm just like, oh, it's on, and I turn it on.
Right.
So I would have to get into it. But I know like Jason Segel is in there.
Yeah.
Obviously Neil Patrick Harris, and there's a couple other people in there, but those are the two main ones, I think.
I think you'd like it. It's got some stuff. People did build it up like it was the second coming of Christ, and it's good, but people need to lay off it, pretending it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. That was
my fourth one.
Yeah. All right. So this is the last one we're gonna do. The fifth we're gonna do the other five at the next on the next episode, which is next Tuesday, 10:30 Central Standard Time.
Central Time. Sorry.
Yeah. Hopefully when it's not messing up. So my next one, and kind of got popular in the last couple of years with a big movie he did. Another movie he did a couple years ago. Tom Hardy. He played Bane, Venom. He did Mad Max. He played Mad Max. He was in a really good movie called The Fighter. No, not The Fighter. Warrior. Where he plays a boxer. Okay, Tom Hardy, as good as an actor he is, his voice, his American accent, he's originally from like England or New Zealand or something like that. He's a British Australian actor or something like that.
Right.
And but when he does an American accent, his voice just sounds so weird. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of odd. But
he's from Hammersmith.
Hammersmith. Where's that at? England?
London.
Okay.
London, England, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, London, California. But yeah, no, he plays a really good, tough guy. Obviously, if you've seen him in a movie, the guy's jacked. He's huge. He played Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. I think he had a good role. He played a twin role in a movie called Legend. Is it Legend or Legion? I think it's called Legend.
Yeah, I think it is Legend.
He plays two British gangsters.
The Craze.
Yes. And I mean, he looks similar. He doesn't look exactly like them. But I mean, it's just kind of odd. But I think
he definitely makes the brothers different, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. No, it's not like the same. I mean, he does.
Like it's wild.
Yeah. But no, he has a good range. He tends to do the same characters, like he does like the big guy, and he doesn't talk a lot in his movies.
He does for the paychecks.
Yeah, but
the big ones, he's the guy that doesn't talk much.
His biggest movie he has is a movie where he barely says anything, and it's Mad Max. Like I would say that's his biggest movie. Maybe The Dark Knight
Maybe.
Rises.
Or Inception.
Inception. Is he in Inception?
Yeah, he's the fast-talking con man.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I didn't watch Inception.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, I think he's kind of underrated. He is a very. He obviously stands out with his counterparts. But he can make a movie like I said in Legend. He plays the brothers differently, but he plays them similar in a way where you kind of feel for him, feel sorry for him. You kind of like, oh, these guys are bad, but you also feel sympathy for them and everything. And so
he is so good with voices, with his accent, not just the accent, but like the voice comes from different parts, right? Whether it's the low growl or the uppity nasal. He plays a Kentucky hillbilly in Moonshiner in a movie with Shia LaBeouf. He plays Midwestern cowboy in Leonardo DiCaprio Gets Eaten by a Bear movie.
Revenant.
Yes.
The Revenant.
He plays, he does a standard American accent. He does a Scottish accent. I've heard him do a Greek accent. Plus he played, and I don't know if people remember this. He was in Star Trek Nemesis. He played the Patrick Stewart clone. He was the young Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah.
And he fucking nails Patrick Stewart.
It's just weird to think that he plays a young. Imagine just like Patrick Stewart's character, like Jean-Luc, but like when he's got all the muscle definition.
Right, but when you go and look, when you go back and watch it, dude was not jacked. Dude was scrawny.
Right. Yeah. I don't think he was pumping at the time. I think he kind of gets big for his movies because he wasn't like big in Mad Max. But you can't really tell.
Right, but when you go and look at him in Band of Brothers, he lost like 20 pounds for that. And it's like just a tiny little role. Like he goes from jacked to small.
Right, yeah.
Hey, Bronco Juggalo.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Bronco Juggalo. Yeah, he just
he's a juggalo from Colorado.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is in Peaky Blinders with the guy who plays the Scarecrow, and I don't know his name. He plays the Scarecrow in.
He's got a stupid name that's hard to say. He also is in 28 Days Later, and he shows his penis in that movie.
Nice. He's creepy, and like I don't know why I've seen videos of him, and he's like dazed. He just seems like he's gonna kill somebody. I guess, which is good, kind of a face to have. When you play a scientist that kills people, you need to play a serial killer. No, he's
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, there you go. He plays the Scarecrow in Batman Begins. He's in Peaky Blinders, like Alan said, and
and he shows his cock in 28 Days Later.
So if that doesn't give you the urge to watch it, then I don't know what will.
Well, everyone always points out, hey, this girl's topless in this one. This girl, right? I do that. Just dudes don't really show their junk all that often.
Well, if you want to see some schlong, you can watch Bronson with Tom Hardy.
Yes.
He plays Charles Bronson, not the Death Wish Charles Bronson or the Magnificent Seven Charles Bronson.
But a British criminal.
Yes.
Who chose that name.
Yes, which is inspired by Charles Bronson. He gets completely naked in front of a guard and he covers himself in paint. Oh, he covers himself in like cream, this cream stuff. And then there's another scene where he covers himself in black paint, and he's completely naked, and it's just odd. So,
Now, Tom Hardy's from Hammersmith, right?
right, yeah.
So, for any Anglophiles, he is from where he grew up. All he has to do is walk past Kensington to Hyde Park to Buckingham. He is literally a very, very short walk from Buckingham Palace. He is from spot on center, rich people, London.
Yeah. He needs to get his teeth fixed, though. Like, have you seen his teeth?
I know he's got the money, but I think he doesn't because I think he believes it gives him character. He's one of those weird people that does what he thinks is best, not what others would want.
Right. I was watching Legend the other day, and he's watching it. And he's got like talking to a guy, and his teeth are all crooked and shit. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
bad, but it's what it is. What it is.
Alan said she should watch that. Not sure if she's referencing Tom Hardy. Bronson.
Is it Bronson, Alan? But no, Bronson is interesting. I don't know.
We mentioned a handful of movies where there's penises showing. Which penis were you interested in?
Schlong.
Such a great name, Schlong. Pretty sure that's Jewish. It sounds like a Hebrew word.
This is my cousin Schlong. He'll be staying with us. I don't know. What's your Yiddish? What's your final?
My final.
What's your fifth pick?
Oh, Tom Sizemore.
Sizemore.
Yeah, Tom Sizemore. Now he was big for a little bit, and then he went to prison, and that kind of. So he's in Saving Private Ryan, right? He plays like the first sergeant, and he's in Black Hawk Down. And he did a wonderful movie that I love dearly that no one else liked called Strange Days. He always plays that guy, right? The drill sergeant, the soldier, the tough guy, the badass, the, stereotypical dude. But yeah, we talked about several penises. Tom Hardy's penis. Sorry. Tom Sizemore shows his penis in I can't remember the movie. For a straight guy, I know way too much about penises in movies. Kevin Bacon shows his penis in a movie. So does Robert De Niro.
Mark Wahlberg. That was fake. And
yeah.
Could you imagine if that was real though?
Yeah. It's not that impressive. It's like that wide, like that long. Like there's handfuls of people.
No, it's much bigger than that.
It's got no girth. No girth at all.
Look at it. Look up a picture of that scene on Boogie Nights. But don't show it to everybody, obviously.
Right.
Tom Hardy was in Pearl Harbor. Oh, you're talking about Tom Sizemore.
Oh.
Boogie Nights, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, looking at it now, it has no girth. It doesn't look impressive. It looks like
It's funny. It's bad that you looked it up. You didn't have to do that. But but yeah. No, ever seen it's called I think it's is it Knocked Out? No, Zach and Miri Make a Porno
yes,
with the guy that plays Jay.
yeah, Jason Mewes.
Yes,
He did not want to do that. He did not want to do it, and he got talked into it by Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith thought it would be funny, and he was like, "No, no, no." And Kevin Smith challenged me. He goes, "Oh, you're embarrassed to show what you got?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to show what I got. You're not willing to do that for this after all I've done for you?" And he said, "Fine," and showed it.
my God.
Yeah, he guilted him into it.
You know what? Why don't Kevin Smith show his, huh? It should be bigger now that he lost weight.
Yeah, even when he was skinny, Kevin Smith was never. Yeah. But he's got a great personality and he's a sweetheart. And Jason Mewes has nothing to be embarrassed about.
Yeah.
But the scene wasn't that funny. Like, it didn't make it funnier.
No, it just made it kind of weird.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary. It shouldn't have been there. Even if he was like, "Yeah, I'll whip it out." No, it's not funny.
Yeah, no, it was kind of weird. Yeah, it was weird watching that in front of my parents because I was watching it. I knew it might have had stuff in it, but like when my mom walked in the room, it's just like, I'll pause it.
Yeah, they always walk in at the best opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I was watching Cowboy Bebop today, and Mom walked in on the only time there's ever anything overly sexual. The only time in the both movies and the whole series. One sex scene, the whole thing. Only time she walks in.
right.
And it's like, cartoons? Mom, you've walked in on worse. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No, it's weird to think what your parents have probably seen you do that you don't know about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm scared. My mom's just be like, I remember when you were doing this and this and this and you didn't see me. And I'm like, what? Mom, I was asleep. The door was closed. Yeah, I was just standing there watching. But yeah, that was your last?
Yes, Tom Sizemore always plays a soldier, always plays a tough guy. Everyone knows him from Saving Private Ryan and Black Hawk Down. Both times he plays a tough guy. Let me pull up something. Sorry. I know. Trying to close it out. He's a really good bastard.
That's another movie I need to see. Saving Private Ryan.
You haven't seen Saving Private Ryan?
No, I'll wait to get it on like Blu-ray or something like that. Send it to me. If you ever want to send me anything, I'll make a PO box. And if you want to send me movies, you send it back.
Do Amazon like I did. You make an Amazon list. I just got something in the mail yesterday. I got this in the mail. Someone sent it to me.
What is that?
It's Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. On one of my live streams, on one of my video game streams, I was talking about how much I enjoy that game, but I'm not able to find it, blah, blah, blah.
Somebody said.
And this shit, yeah, popped in the mail.
Nice. Yeah, I'll make an Amazon list.
And let me share that.
Yeah. Now I'll make if I go into the military, I'll do a little reviews and stuff. Like, guys, send this stuff to my PO box. I'll just have my mom hold it at the house.
It has worked better to send shit to my kids. Yeah. Come on. Sending shit to my kids off their Amazon list. Just, hey, make a list. I plug into Amazon like I'm ordering something for me, and it just goes to you. I don't need your address. I don't need your full name. I don't need anything other than I click on this link. Here's the list. Buy this and send it to the list owner. So people have sent me shit to Doc J. Don't know my name. Don't know my address. And I get awesome stuff. And yes, I did 30 minutes of Heavy Rain today on the stream. Sorry, I'm hijacking.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yes, do the Amazon thing.
I'll throw that in my, what do you call it, bio on my channel.
Yeah, if you go to my Buy Me Shit icon on my YouTube channel, stuff you can buy for me. That's why I got quiet. Ha 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 ha. I think that's a penis reference.
Yeah. Was you watching all those movies with the
It just seems fair. I am the expert. You tell me an actress, I can tell you where she's naked. So it just seems fair that I can do the same for dudes. Bruce Willis, Color of Night. Boom. Amanda Peet, whole 9 yards.
she was another assassin, wasn't she? She was like another
Great movie, yes.
It's funny. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna
Yes.
shut it down. I want to thank everybody for coming in, stopping, saying hi. Alan, Super Nerdy Geek, Bronco, Burton from Local Legends. He was in the last one, but we closed it
Yes.
off, obviously. So thank you for showing up on the last one. I appreciate it. Thank you, Doc, for joining me on this one, even though we had technical difficulties. Hope we'll be here next Tuesday. We'll talk about 5 more each underrated actors. So thank you, everybody, and I hope you have a good one. See you in the next video.